Good evening, viewer. Welcome to our Glory Globe TV. Here is a breaking news from America. Vice President Kamala Harris pledged a new way forward for all Americans as she formally accepted the Democratic nomination for president on Thursday night, delivering a message of unity and urging voters to reject Donald Trump. November's election is a chance to move past the bitterness, cynicism, and divisive battles of the past, she said, bringing her party's conventions in Chicago to a close as balloons rained down and supporters cheered. Mrs. Harris's speech capped off a 4-day spectacle designed to highlight her backstory and shape the contours of what remains a vague policy agenda. She made history as the first black and Asian American woman to lead a major party's presidential ticket. The 59-year-old officially became the Democratic nominee after a fast-moving few weeks that began with President Joe Biden stepping aside in the White House race. Polls suggest she is now in a tight race with Trump, who offered criticism of Mrs. Harris's appearances as it unfolded. Mrs. Harris used her nearly 45-minute address, the most important speech of her political career, to reintroduce herself to the nation. She shared personal anecdotes about growing up in a beautiful working class neighborhood as the daughter of Jamaican and Indian immigrants. And she urged that her background as a prosecutor, a detail she avoided emphasizing during her 2020 run, made her uniquely qualified to defeat Trump and serve the Oval Office, as did her record as Vice President under Mr. Biden. Mrs. Harris also dedicated several minutes of her speech to how her late mother, Kamala Harris, shaped her life and political career. She taught us to never complain about injustice, but instead to do something about it. Mrs. Harris recalled her sister Maya, 57, also spoke on the night, saying their mother had been a trailblazer, having set great expectations of us. She raised us to believe that we could be or do anything, she said, to loud applause. It's a distinctly American story. Behind this exclusive report, Glory Globe TV, Delhi, Bharat.